Welcome back to LC Coin World. In today's video, we'll be diving into the world of Washington quarters from three different years: 1983, 1974, and 1989. These coins are significant in U.S. coinage history, showcasing unique details that make each of them valuable to collectors. We'll start by examining the 1983 Washington quarter, known for its rarity due to a lack of mint sets being issued that year, making circulated coins more sought after by collectors. Next, we'll explore the 1974 Washington quarter, a staple from the mid-70s that reflects the economic and metal composition changes of the era. Finally, we'll take a closer look at the 1989 Washington quarter, which carries the legacy of the original George Washington design with a more modern twist. Stay tuned as we break down each coin's design elements, mint marks, and collector value. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, this video will give you insights into these three fascinating quarters and why they remain iconic in the coin collecting community. Hello everyone, and welcome back to LC Coin World. In today's video, we'll take an in-depth look at a significant piece of American coinage, the 1983 Washington quarter. We'll explore its fascinating history, worth, minting details, and what makes this particular coin an intriguing subject for collectors. Introduction to the Washington Quarter series. The Washington Quarter has been a cornerstone of U.S. currency since its inception in 1932. Designed by John Flanagan, the coin was originally minted to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. Over the years, the Washington Quarter has undergone various changes in metal composition and design, but the likeness of Washington on the obverse remains one of the most iconic images in U.S. coin history. History and design of the 1983 Washington Quarter. The 1983 Washington Quarter was minted in Philadelphia, represented by the P mint mark, during a period when no official mint sets were released. This absence of mint sets has made uncirculated examples of the 1983 quarter more desirable for collectors. The front of the coin features the portrait of George Washington, a design that has endured through decades. John Flanagan's design is notable for its simplicity and strength, emphasizing Washington's role as the father of the nation. Reverse. The reverse design shows the iconic eagle, clutching arrows and an olive branch, symbolizing strength and peace. The inscription, Pluribus Unum, appears above the eagle, with United States of America and quarter dollar inscribed around the edge. Why 1983 Washington quarters are special? What makes the 1983 quarter unique is its scarcity in high-grade conditions. Because no mint sets were produced, the majority of these quarters were circulated heavily, making it difficult to find one in pristine, uncirculated condition today. Many collectors specifically seek out 1983 quarters for this reason. Moreover, the 1983 is part of the copper-nickel-clad coin era, which replaced the silver coins minted before 1965. Value of the 1983 Washington Quarter. The value of the 1983 Washington Quarter largely depends on its condition. A heavily circulated coin may only be worth its face value of 25 cents. However, in higher grades, particularly uncirculated Ms. 60 and above, the value can increase significantly, typically worth face value around $0 to $5. Coins graded in mint state Ms. 63 and above can range from $15 to $50 or more, depending on their condition. High-grade coins are rare, given the heavy circulation of these coins. For those looking for even more valuable varieties, keep an eye out for error coins, such as off-center strikes, double dies, or coins with missing details due to worn dies. Collectability and numismatic interest. The 1983 Washington Quarter has garnered attention over the years from collectors. Due to its scarcity in higher grades, it stands out from many of the other post-1965 quarters that were heavily minted and circulated. The absence of mint sets in 1983 makes finding a clean, uncirculated coin a real challenge. This adds to its collectability and long-term value. Tips for collecting 1983 Washington quarters. The value is primarily in coins that have not seen heavy circulation. If you come across a well-preserved example, it could be worth a premium. Error coins can significantly increase the value. Look for anything unusual, such as off-center strikes or die cracks. Higher graded coins will fetch more on the collector's market. Coins in lower grades are much more common and won't command the same premium. Why no mint sets? The absence of mint sets in 1983 adds another layer of intrigue to this coin. The U.S. Mint did not issue regular mint sets in both 1982 and 1983 due to budgetary constraints and lack of collector demand at the time. However, this decision has since turned out to create a scarcity of uncirculated coins from these years, driving up demand among collectors. While this is a large number, it's important to remember that most of these coins were circulated and have since seen wear and tear. Uncirculated or high-grade coins from this year can be harder to come by and are more valuable to collectors. Error coins. As with many coins, error varieties exist for the 1989 Washington quarter. Collectors often seek out error coins, as they can be much rarer and thus more valuable. Common errors include off-center strikes, where the coin's design is misaligned, leaving part of the design missing. Double die. A double die error occurs when a coin is struck more than once by the die, resulting in a doubled image. This type of error can significantly increase a coin's value. Clipped planchet. A clipped planchet error happens when the metal strip used to produce the coin is incorrectly cut, leaving part of the coin missing. These coins are highly collectible. If you come across an error, 1989 Washington quarter, it's important to have it appraised by a professional coin grader, as errors can dramatically increase the value of the coin. Grading and value. The value of a 1989 Washington quarter depends heavily on its condition. Like most coins, the better its condition, the higher its value. Coins are typically graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 representing a flawless, mint state coin. Here's a quick breakdown of the potential value of a 1989 Washington quarter based on its condition. Circulated condition. Most 1989 Washington quarters found today have been in circulation and show signs of wear. These coins are generally only worth their face value of $0 to $5. Uncirculated condition. Coins that were never circulated and remain in pristine condition can be worth more. In mint state grades, these coins can range in value from $3 to $15, depending on their grade. Error coins. Coins with errors, such as off-center strikes or double dies, can be worth much more, sometimes ranging from $50 to several $100s or more, depending on the type and severity of the error. For collectors looking to purchase a 1989 Washington quarter in mint state, it's recommended to have the coin graded by a professional service like PCGs or NGCA. Certified grade can provide assurance of the coin's condition and value. Investing in Washington quarters. The 1989 Washington quarter is not particularly rare, but it is a significant part of the larger Washington quarter series. Collectors may choose to include it as part of a broader set of Washington quarters, either by year or mint mark, or as part of a collection focused on the copper-nickel-clad era of U.S. coins. While common coins like the 1989 Washington quarter may not seem like a strong investment on their own, high-grade examples and error varieties can be worth holding onto. As with any coin collecting, the value of your collection can increase over time, particularly as higher-grade coins become scarcer. Hello, coin enthusiasts, and welcome back to LC Coin World. In today's video, we're diving into the 1989 Washington quarter, a fascinating coin that is part of the iconic Washington quarter series. We'll take a detailed look at its history, design, mintage, and of course, its worth and value to collectors. So, sit back and enjoy as we explore the world of this popular U.S. coin. Historical background of the Washington quarter series. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. Initially, it was intended to be a one-year commemorative issue, but it became so popular that it replaced the standing Liberty quarter and has been produced ever since. The design was created by sculptor John Flanagan, and while the obverse has largely remained the same, the reverse has seen various changes over the years. During its early years, the quarter was composed of 90% silver and 10% copper, but that changed in 1965, when the Coinage Act replaced silver coins with the copper-nickel-clad composition to conserve silver resources. Since then, the Washington quarter has been minted in its current form, and it remains one of the most recognizable coins in the world. The 1989 Washington quarter. Now, let's focus on the specific coin of today, the 1989 Washington quarter. Minted in Denver, the D mint mark can be found on the reverse side of the coin, just below the wreath surrounding the eagle. This coin is a part of the copper-nickel-clad era of Washington quarters, produced after the removal of silver from regular, circulating coins in 1965. In 1989, the Denver Mint produced over 896 million Washington quarters, making it a relatively common coin in circulation. While most of these coins have seen regular use, and thus hold little more than face value, high-grade examples, especially those that are uncirculated or feature errors, can hold significant value for collectors. Design details. The obverse design of the 1989 Washington quarter features the familiar portrait of George Washington, facing left. This portrait, designed by John Flanagan, has been the centerpiece of the Washington quarter since its inception in 1932. Surrounding Washington's portrait are the inscriptions, "Liberty" at the top, "In God We Trust" to the left of Washington's profile, and the year 1989 at the bottom. It's a classic and timeless design that honors the first president of the United States. The reverse of the 1989 Washington quarter features a proud eagle with its wings spread wide, clutching arrows in its talons, symbolizing defense and strength. The olive indicating the denomination of the coin. This eagle design remained on the reverse of the Washington quarter until 1998, when it was replaced by a series of state-specific designs as part of the 50-state quarters program. Mintage and varieties. In 1989, the Denver Mint produced 896,535,000 Washington quarters. Hello, and welcome back to LC Coin World, your go-to channel for everything related to coin collecting. Today, we're focusing on a classic coin from the Washington quarter series, the 1974 Washington quarter. Whether you're a seasoned coin collector or just getting started, this coin is a staple for U.S. numismatics, and we're here to dive into its history, value, design, and much more. So, let's. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. The design of the coin, created by sculptor John Flanagan, features a profile of George Washington on the obverse and a bald eagle on the reverse. Originally intended as a commemorative coin, it became so popular that it replaced the standing Liberty quarter and has been in continuous production since. One significant change in the Washington quarter series occurred in 1965 with the Coinage Act, which replaced silver quarters with the copper-nickel-clad composition. This was due to the rising cost of silver, and since then, all circulating Washington quarters have been made of this more affordable alloy. Despite the change in material, the design remained relatively the same, making the Washington quarter a familiar sight in American currency for decades. The 1974 Washington quarter was minted at the Denver Mint, indicated by the D mint mark found on the obverse of the coin, to the right of Washington's ponytail. This year was part of the copper-nickel-clad era, which continued the trend set in 1965. In 1974, the Denver Mint produced over 353 million Washington quarters, which makes this a fairly common coin. While most of these quarters were circulated and show signs of wear, high-grade examples, such as those in uncirculated or mint state condition, can hold a premium value. Additionally, error coins from this year are sought after by collectors. The obverse of the 1974 Washington quarter features the iconic profile of George Washington, facing left. Above Washington's head is the word "Liberty," and to the left, the phrase, "In God We Trust," is inscribed. The date, 1974, is displayed at the bottom of the coin, with the mint mark D next to the ribbon in Washington's hair. This design has been a constant feature since the series began in 1932, and it remains one of the most recognizable portraits in U.S. coinage. The reverse design of the 1974 D Washington quarter showcases a majestic eagle with its wings spread wide, clutching a bundle of arrows in its talons. This symbolizes strength and defense, while the olive branches below the eagle signify peace. Surrounding the eagle are the inscriptions, United States of America, at the top and quarter dollar at the bottom, indicating the denomination. The Latin phrase, e pluribus unum, meaning of many, one, is inscribed above the eagle, a motto that reflects the unity of the United States. In 1974, the 1974 D Washington quarter is part of the copper nickel-clad era, which means it is made up of an outer layer of 75% copper and 25% nickel, bonded to a core of pure copper. This change was made in 1965 to conserve silver, which had become too expensive to use in circulating coins. As with many coins, the 1974 D Washington quarter has its share of error coins, which can make them highly sought after by collectors. Some notable error varieties include: these occur when the coin is not properly aligned with the die, causing part of the design to be missing. Depending on the severity of the off-center strike, these coins can range in value from $50 to several $100s. A double die error happens when the coin is struck more than once by the die, creating a doubling effect on the design. Double die errors on the 1974 D Washington quarter are rare but can be valuable if found. A clipped planchet occurs when the metal strip used to make the coin is improperly cut, leaving part of the coin missing. These coins are highly collectible and can command a premium, depending on the size and location of the clip. The value of a 1974 D Washington quarter depends largely on its condition or grade. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 representing a flawless, mint state coin. Here's a breakdown of the potential value based on the coin's condition. Most 1974 D Washington quarters found today have been in circulation and show signs of wear. In circulated condition, these coins are typically worth their face value of 25 uncirculated coins that have never been used in commerce and remain in mint condition can be worth significantly more. In grades of Ms. 60 or higher, these coins can range in value from $2 to $10. Depending on the quality of the strike and the overall condition. Coins in very high grades, such as Ms. 65 or Ms. 66, can fetch prices upwards of $30 to $100, particularly if they have strong luster and minimal contact marks. Error coins, such as off-center strikes or double dies, can be much more valuable, depending on the rarity and severity of the error. These coins can range in value from $50 to several $100s or more. For collectors, having a 1974 D Washington quarter in mint state condition or with a unique error can be a valuable addition to their collection. It's always a good idea to have these coins professionally graded by a service like PCGs or NGC to ensure their authenticity and value. The Washington quarter is one of the most widely collected coins in U.S. numismatics, and the 1974 D quarter is no exception. While it may not be the rarest or most valuable quarter, it is a key date for those building a complete set of Washington quarters from the copper nickel-clad era. Collectors often seek out these coins as part of a full date and mint set, spanning from 1965